right now I'm on 380 milligrams of Oxycontin extended release a day. This year, I'm going to be honest, like didn't feel like Christmas at all.
Really?
It felt like just a party or something. Like we were just, like, I don't know. There was not an ounce of Christmas spirit in me, not 1 millisecond.
Huh.
So
Well,
I don't.
Hit the move.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the traditions that I'm used to, like, were not there. Like, so it was just, I don't know how to describe it. I felt like I was just like looking down on someone else's life. Does that make sense?
No.
And it wasn't Christmas. And plus, like, Bobby's family is still mourning, of course, they're mourning the death of his brother-in-law who died of COVID on Christmas Day last year. So it was very somber. But there were some great moments. There were some great laughs too. We had a really cute like gift exchange and stuff. Kids had a great Christmas.
Yeah, what'd they get? What did Santa bring?
Computers and electric scooters, all kinds of arts and crafts. Max got this pottery wheel, which he's like obsessed with. He's been just potterying like crazy. I guess throwing pots, as they say in the industry.
Throwing pots. Wait,
yeah,
that's funny because I was just talking to somebody about pottery like today, and you need a kiln, right?
What do you mean?
Don't you need like fire? Are we talking about the same thing?
Well, I think you mean like yeah, you're supposed to bake the pot afterward.
Yeah.
But we're not at that level. We're at Discovery Kids plastic pottery wheel, let it air dry level.
Okay, gotcha. That's not that makes sense too, because I guess you can't have like kids throwing their hands into.
We're not killing any.
Or there's no killing. Gotcha. Yeah. Very good.
Like we're talking about New Year's resolutions and stuff, and I decided this year I want to take up hang gliding. Like I just want to do something so different, and I found this place in Arizona that it's a 16-day class that teaches you how to hang glide, and so that's what I'm doing this year. That's going to be my new adventure.
Before you continue with that, Meg, can you turn your phone sideways? Is it your phone? Yeah. Or now we're wide.
Look.
Now we're widescreen.
Where do I look?
Like there, wherever you're looking.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. How you're looking is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that way, like the end product doesn't just look like vertical and then two big black bars. It'll just be like wider screen.
I understand.
So, how did you think of hang gliding? Like, why hang gliding?
Okay, so I'm sure you've been on TikTok, and I started.
No, I am not on TikTok.
Okay, well, it's this app that you scroll through aimlessly.
It's been a few years. You got to update me on the new social media crazes.
So there's this guy that he hang glides through all like these. I just started following him because he just is always going through these beautiful canyons and posting like all the gorgeous terrain that we have in the United States. And he does the kind of hang gliding where he's like, I think they call it like in the bucket, like he's sitting. And so he's just like maneuvering through all these beautiful landscapes. And I was like, well, I can do that. Like that looks cool. And, and so I started Googling, and sure enough, like 5 miles from here is a hang gliding school. And I was like, bingo. And I saw the price of it, and it's within reason. 16 courses, and I'm gonna be freaking gliding through the sky all over.
Do they provide the equipment for you, or
yes,
are you gonna have to?
Yes, they provide all the equipment. So you just show up. I mean, afterward, then you gotta, buy your own. But yeah, you just have to show up, and they teach you everything.
Are you gonna be like solo on this?
Oh yeah. Oh well, not at first, but after the 16 courses, you're done. You're solo.
That's it.
You're flying.
You're flying by yourself.
You're flying by yourself. Yeah. So that's my venture, and I'm gonna just be chucking myself off of mountains and gliding.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. On top of that, I'm also gonna start CrossFit again.
How has that been going? How have you been feeling?
Well, I mean, in Charleston, I was taking, kicking butt and taking names. They even said, like, when I first started, they were like, you're like one of the strongest newbies that we've ever seen in our lives. And I was like, I may have been exaggerating a little on that. But I was like, yeah. And so I loved it. But with the move and everything, I haven't done it in a couple months, but there's one right down the street from here. So I talked to them last week. So I'm going to start that again. I just love it. I love like challenging myself and just trying to, get my body strong again. So that's my new ventures.
Okay.
And then of course our business, that's Bobby's been working his butt off on that.
Which one's that?
For pest control.
Oh, okay. So, is he killing pigeons out there?
It's not the season for pigeon killing, but
I'm sorry.
He's been going to, like, he had to go to like the prisons, and he had to like spray them for cockroaches and stuff. And he said like he brought in this stuff because I guess last year when they sprayed, it wasn't like the best stuff. So like this stuff, like you can tell is strong, and all the prison mates were like, yeah, man, you got the good stuff. Like bring that in here.
That's interesting. Like,
yeah, so he has to go to cell and spray their cells.
And they were complimenting him on
the. They love him.
That's awesome.
Bugman.
Yeah, the bug man.
He said he had on like these like blue Nikes with like these, like it has like orange in the back, and they're like, you got those orange and blue Nikes. When I get out of here, I'm gonna get me some orange and blue Nikes.
Goals. These are goals.
And I was like, you're bringing them like such hope. Things to look forward to, shoes, and you don't think of stuff like that, but
no,
yeah,
luxuries that you don't have.
Yeah, pest control and shoes. So yeah, he's had some interesting stories, but he said like people are super nice. He's sat down with a couple of what do they call them? I guess it's like the head honchos. Like there's always like the main guy that's like like in charge, like how they're in prison, there's always like the head prison guy. I don't know what they call them.
Warden?
No, like he's a prisoner.
The kingpin.
Yeah, I guess like the kingpin.
Is this a bad man?
Well,
or is he like a legit person that's like an ally of the like the cops. Is he on the good side? Is he trying to reform, or is he like setting up an empire within the prison? Is he good or bad? He's setting up the empire. So he's like the kingpin. Okay.
Yeah, he's the kingpin.
But
Bobby said he's nice.
Oh.
And he's a good businessman.
Good guy to know.
He can get you things. He can get you things.
He's the guy that can get you things. He's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, red. Yeah, exactly. So he's been working his tail off, but Bobby, like, he loves that kind of work, like just hard, and he's doing well. So
what since you guys have gotten out there, kids, did they go to school already, or?
Oh yeah, we got out here November 11th, I believe, maybe 10th, and they started school a couple of days after that. They love the school here. Yeah. It reminds me, like, picture every cliche, like, high school in California, like in a movie. Like, you walk up and there's like people playing football and people lounging in the grass, eating tacos. And I mean, that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what their school's like. They're allowed to bring snacks to class. Like they said, their first day they had like Chinese food. Like, oh wow. Yeah, so they love it. They love it. Awesome. They say everyone's like really nice. It's definitely like a little different. Yeah. Than what they're used to. They said the food's better, the teachers are nicer, the kids are nicer.
Yeah.
So they're doing well.
Yeah. And I feel like, I mean, if they had any friends back in Charleston, they could probably still talk to them, right?
Oh yeah, they talk to them all the time. They play like that Roblox together, so they're always playing video games and things together, and so yeah, they talk to their friends all the time.
Nice.
It's hard not to stay connected anymore. Obviously, it's not the same, and they do miss their friends. Yeah. But they're making friends here too, and they have a lot of family out here, tons of cousins, and so they're definitely not lonely or feel secluded by any stretch of the imagination. So they're doing good. They got thrown into Spanish class like halfway through the year, and I was like, well, how is that gonna work? Because that'd be being thrown into a math class and you've never taken one, an algebra class, and you've never taken one class in your life in math. And Max, like, he got 100% Spanish so far, so he's taking it on pretty well. He knows his stuff, I guess. I don't know. I was proud of him because I just thought that would be hard to just be dropped into his Spanish class, and he's kicking ass. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw they got was it Maddie that was riding around that motorized scooter there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like a good way to get around.
Yeah, it is. We got Starbucks right across the street. So that's like our Starbucks mobile. Yeah. It's so dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, we have that, and then we have a burrito house like right next to us too, and it's so delicious. Just dangerous stuff.
Speaking of that, so I guess for at least the last 24 hours, I've been put on a vegan diet.
Oh, wow. Like, are you going to stay? Are you trying to go vegan, or you're just like, what? Why?
Define me.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm leading the charge on this at all.
Oh, it's a we.
It's a very we thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just eating what's in the house that's she's provided.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotcha.
I wouldn't say I'm going out of my way to seek the vegan food.
Okay, so is this okay, for you guys, for you, for us, is this for health reasons or ethical reasons, or what's the why?
Good questions. Very good questions. I guess the idea had been percolating around in somebody's brain for a while,
It's time for the
and
percolator.
and they wanted to feel better, I guess, and not be, I guess they think this contributes to like sluggishness and just overall feelings of bad all the time, inflammation
Okay.
and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't honestly know. I don't want to pretend that I know much.
Yeah.
But we listened to a couple podcasts, couple
Well,
YouTube
all you need.
videos
Yeah.
on
Well, according to Facebook, that would make you an expert. Podcast,
yeah,
a couple YouTube.
certified.
You're
Good,
in. You're
good to go.
certified. Vegan.
Had you ever tried anything like that?
No.
God no.
If anything, I've tried the complete opposite, an all meat diet.
Right.
So
yeah.
So no.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah. No. I'm familiar with those too.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
actually, she made some tacos that were really pretty good. That were like what do they call that? Impossible burger meat.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a vegan restaurant just down the street from us too. I mean, it's definitely the options and are getting better,
Right.
comparatively like a couple years ago. And there are people that swear, that meat causes just wrecks your body in so many ways with inflammation
Right.
it can cause a lot of meat cause cancer and all kinds of stuff. So I commend you for this journey. Good luck on all that.
I'll keep you posted. Like I guess I'm not all that, especially if it's just sat in front of me. I'm not really one to be like, oh, I don't like this and I won't eat it. Like,
right. Yeah. If someone else is doing the work,
right,
why not?
Because
honestly, that's 99% of the battle. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And not just because you'll miss meat. I mean, the whole process of being vegan, it takes a lot of due diligence, one, and two, just preparation and time and effort.
Yeah. Because there's nothing like quick about it. It's like you got to prepare things. There's nothing you can, just swing through a drive-through. There's nothing you can just well, maybe like some rare instances, but like most of the options that are quick and easy are not going to be something that you can find vegan wise,
and it's expensive.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're talking about fresh food, and I mean, unless you're just going to do like pasta all the time. I mean, is that vegan? No.
Yeah, but cheese isn't.
Yeah.
So I forget. It depends on. No, yeah.
Right.
I think pasta,
like you can't do butter or cheese.
Correct. Like no dairy, if it came from an animal.
So what was your meal? Like, what was it that you ate?
So she had. I mean, tonight was pretty good. It was Impossible, like burger meat, and then there was like sauteed onions and red peppers, and then she had like a spicy kind of not guacamole, but whatever you make that with. What all the kids are eating, avocado.
What all the kids got avocado toast?
It was like a spicy avocado on top of it. So yeah, honestly, like I thought the texture, everything was pretty comparable to meat, and we've been dabbling before we've had some like Impossible burgers and things like that before. They're
Okay,
pretty,
so you kind of knew what you're up against.
yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. They're, I'd say it's a different taste. It's not 100%, oh, that satisfied my desire to have a burger.
Right.
But it's just a different taste and it's pretty good.
And
Not
then were
bad.
you paying attention to like your spices and made sure they were all vegan?
I hope
Because
I hope somebody wasn't just negating all this hard work.
because there's like sugar and like all kinds of stuff that you have to, because a lot of like what they use to make sugar can be animal bones, or I don't know,
Right.
there's a lot to it.
Yeah,
The
like
reason I bring this up is
yeah.
I have a friend from Vegas who he makes spices. It's called Rebel Spice and it's all vegan spices. He's been a vegan for years, and so I'll send you a link.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Really?
I mean, are they popular anywhere, or am I just kind of making that up?
I have no idea. It's not something I look for in the store, so I don't know. I just know what I see, like it's their business and what they do on Facebook and social media. So I'm not sure. Sure, they're popular. Yeah, they're about to be with all our followers.
There you go.
We're gonna plug them.
Right.
Well,
what do they call it? Affiliate
that's,
marketing.
That's a journey and a half.
So. Yeah. Oh, we got some other crap going on that you might find interesting. We bought a gigantic composter.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna start trying to, instead of throwing all of our, half the refrigerator out every Friday, we're gonna throw it into the yard instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the compost? You use it to garden, right?
Yeah, soil. So that led me to my next thing. We started, since we moved to a new house, and now we have a yard, we kind of have a box, a raised soil bed. So we planted different things. So now we have, I forget, eggplant, peppers, radishes, some tomatoes. So yeah, we're gonna try to be a little sustainable, I guess, in 2022.
That's awesome. I would love to do that. But here's my two questions.
Sure.
Where do you find the time? One, and two, how much time would you say a day goes into like that?
So I mean, the stuff, the plants grow pretty well. I mean, we're just starting out, so I think they've been in the ground for about 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. I don't know. Okay. I just got everything at Home Depot, and we bought soil, and filled, kind of a raised just box that's like, I think it's like 2 feet 24 inches tall. Filled it like halfway with the soil, planted the 5 things. All we've been doing is just watering them every day, like a pitcher full of water. It's not like a lot of water, just once a day. We're not in the brutal hot season down here anymore, so I might have to water them more. And I don't know how well they'd grow if it was like 90 degrees and brutal. But right now they've been, I mean, they went from little things that I bought that were like, just a little thing of soil and a few.
Did you buy the seeds or did you buy like plants?
It was plants. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bought the plants that are already growing and now they're doing well.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. We finally, I mean, everything.
Is it enough food that you don't have to buy it at the store?
I mean, I wouldn't say we're knocking.
You're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. But I mean, if it works and we got some radishes and there's definitely, I can see like 3 peppers that are like 4 inches long, both jalapeno and like green peppers
Oh
are
wow.
coming in. And I
Oh
mean,
cool.
that's, yeah, I wouldn't say it's like, oh my god, like this is going to replace my grocery bill, but
Yeah.
it's just also, I'm more like, this is cool being able to go out to my garden and grab stuff and just like bring it in, and it's like super
Yeah.
fresh.
That
um
is cool.
yeah, if we save some
Maybe
money, that'd be
you'll
great.
inspire me to do that, because
Yeah,
it's something I've wanted to do with the kids for a long time.
yeah. Oh
But
yeah, remember like Mary's garden?
yes, that was so fun. The
Yeah,
children's garden, and we would
yeah,
go and pick all kinds of stuff and plant things.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
good
well,
stuff.
I'm gonna try to keep expanding as if it's successful. So
Yeah.
and then yeah, the composting, it's you throw, basically, I bought her a giant tumbler. We were just using like a small container, but now I have this like industrial size like black drum that we load with all the stuff that's compostable, that'll biodegrade and break down. And then it's a tumbler, so I think you're supposed to add some stuff that makes it uh decay, and then uh you like rotate it or something like that. I don't know, I gotta look more into it, but
What do you add to make it decay?
it's I forget, it's some kind of extra thing to get the process started.
I got you.
um
And then it stinks, right? Like it's
I don't,
disgusting.
I haven't, so I haven't really noticed the smell. But when
Okay.
she had some buckets like by the sink that were filled with stuff. They were like, we put like a
Yeah.
plastic bag and then filled that with stuff.
Yeah.
That was nasty. That, I guess you have to keep it balanced between like wet and dry and certain items, because it turned like, when I opened that thing up, it was super wet,
Mm.
and it had like all sorts of um like flies and stuff that I don't think, like maggots, stuff that
Oh,
wasn't supposed to be in there. I think you want like worms and
yes.
certain bugs in there, but
But not maggots.
maggots. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either.
No.
See,
So
that's the thing that I guess you learn as you go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was so yeah, I was thinking when we started this and talking about New Year's resolutions, one of the things that came to me was, when you start something, whether it's hang gliding or whatever, you are the worst person in the world at that when you choose to start it. You're ranked last, but then it's like you go up the ranks from there. You become better each time you do it.
That's so
And
true.
yeah,
And I think so many people are afraid to start anything because they're like, well, I don't know anything about it.
yeah.
And it's just like, even with like this perfect example with the scooter we got. I've been on an electric scooter once. It is a city, but I was like, I don't know anything about this thing. Like, it was, well, for me, it wasn't an expensive investment, but I mean, just pop $300 or $400 on an electric scooter. And then I don't know, then we just learned you just plug it in, and the chain can pop off sometimes. And I guess the point is you just learn it as you go. Like,
Yeah.
things are gonna happen, and then in a couple days, look at us now. We're scooting all over the place.
Up and down and speeding all over.
So we went from not knowing crap to, and we met some neighbors today, which
Oh
was
yeah.
really cool, just being outside. Our whole thing, me and Bobby, our Christmas gifts this year were all outdoor stuff. We got them a basketball hoop, we got a volleyball hoop, we got them.
Nice.
And Arizona is the perfect place to and you were here. Everybody's outside like all the time, just walking, except for this summer. I feel like, because it gets so hot here, but I've been here in the summer. I've literally stepped off a plane, from South Carolina to here and vice versa in the middle of summer. And I can 120% tell you that I prefer this heat any day. 110 degrees here is gorgeous compared to 95 in South Carolina, hands down. So I think we'll be, and I hate humidity, so we'll be spending a lot more time outside, for sure. And then everyone was like, well, now you're not close to a beach and you're such a beach girl. And I'm like, well, we're 4 hours from, where my kids were born, San Diego, but we're only 2.5 hours from this gorgeous beach in Mexico that I can't wait to go to. I think we're going to go sometime in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So, I mean, 2.5 hour drive to the beach, I can handle that. Let's go weekends or whatever. So I think I'm going to survive the desert. I think it'll be great.
Oh yeah. It was beautiful. When we were out there, I thought this, it felt new. It felt fresh. I definitely thought the landscape was something I could get used to.
People think when you think of Phoenix, I think desert, brown, but it's not. Right now it's so beautiful. The leaves are all changing, and there's these yellow trees, they're called yellow bells, that they're all over the desert. You'll see nothingness but cactus, and then these gorgeous trees that these bright yellow, and you'd have to see it this time of year. They're blooming like crazy. So the terrain here is not just dry and brown. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and the cactuses are incredible. I mean, these things can be a couple 100 years old, and 20 feet tall. It's wild. So you're gonna have to make a trip back out here for the Notre Dame game, and we're doing our hike.
I'm down for the hike.
Okay.
If the Notre Dame game is in the same month, I don't think I could
if you had to choose, which one would you choose?
The hike. I mean, I've seen Notre Dame play. I don't Dad and his obsession with, they're gonna be in Vegas. All right.
Dad actually, he honestly said this to me, Scott. He goes, well, I think Scott would pick the Notre Dame game. You can go for a hike anytime. I was like, no.
I would say the exact opposite. I've been.
So I'm so glad to hear.
I've been to plenty of Notre Dame games before.
Been to Vegas.
When you talk about flying out there for a big reason, to see BYU in Vegas,
yeah, I know. Or to go to this, this
amazing
10-mile hike, which is impossible. It's impossible to get tickets to. It's a once in a lifetime pass to this thing. And Dad's like, I think Scott would want to go.
Right.
I'm like, I don't think so.
And, I don't know how many more tries we'll get at this. I think
exactly
Notre Dame's not going anywhere.
No, and Dad, he's talking about scheduling this thing not this October, next October, and I'm like, Dad, we're not getting any younger. You're talking 2 years from now.
I know.
For a 10-mile hike. I don't know.
Better, yeah. Well, you should. So, when he was down here, man, he's always trying to get out and get some extra steps in and walking. He's just God. I have a few minutes. I'm gonna go for a quick walk.
It's so funny. Yeah, he's obsessed with his steps. And when we were home, was that Chris? Was I just home? What was I home for?
Transition before you moved out there, I think.
Yeah. We were there for the summer. The kids, they anytime I was like, where's Granddad or whatever, they're like, oh, he's probably getting steps, or he's going for a walk, or he's out walking. Like that was like the running joke. Where's granddad? Oh, he's walking. I mean, he walks all over the house. Out, like he's insane. He's absolutely insane. But it's good for him. So, but this hike is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. From what I read, the first mile and the last mile are pretty difficult.
Yeah.
We have to prepare accordingly.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys can make it happen, I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah. That's it. I'm really hoping I think I'm just going to get those tickets for October and just call it a day. I want to do it this October. I don't want to wait.
No.
And hopefully
What if there is no tomorrow?
Well, they haven't even been open in 2 years either. And so, yeah, because of COVID.
I thought it's like a wide open desert hike. Can't do that with COVID.
Well, the Indian reservation, Indians haven't done very well with white people coming on their land with diseases. I think that they've learned from their mistakes before, so they shut down the reservation for the last couple of years to isolate. So it still hasn't been open. It's supposed to open February. That's when the first tickets are for. Yeah. So you know, I can get the tickets for October. You know, they'll refund you if something happens. I'm just praying that they actually go through with opening in February. So we'll see. Yeah. With the new strain coming out, there's no telling what could happen.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that I'm so excited about this hike. I've wanted to do it since I saw it.
Oh yeah. You've been sending me stuff about this for years.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So well, let me know. I'm down to figure it out.
Okay.
Tell Dad, you know, if you need to straighten him out on what my priorities are, I would prefer hike.
Okay, that's good. I'll straighten him out. Yeah. It just makes me laugh. Like, I lived in Vegas. I know. Yeah. I've seen a football game. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, cool, but not like, oh, hey, we get one thing to do this year. Would I go with life-changing camping experience or right. Go see a football game?
You want to go see like this, like gorgeous 20-foot turquoise waterfall in the middle of the desert, or you go to Las Vegas?
Yeah, if they had like, it does. I'm not even gonna try to come up with a scenario where it would be like a playoff or something. And well, even then, we won't get into all the deep football crap. But
no, we won't get into all
that. Did you start back up? You know, going for treatments at the center out there?
Yeah. I have my treatment coming up. I have scans coming up on the 11th. I have treatment and scans on January 11th.
Okay.
And then I just saw my doctor a couple of days ago, but that was just my pain doctor. And I don't know if I told you that. I was asking him about, because I taught, there's 2 different doctors for my pain management team. And the one that I was asking before, like about getting off Oxycontin and Oxycodone, he's the one that told me it would take, he was like what do they call it? Like the physician's assistant. So he's kind of new to it. So he didn't know too much about it. He just said like a lot of people either go to a facility or they titrate off of it. So I got to see my actual doctor. And he told me straight up, for me to titrate like off what I have, it would take at least a year. He's like, you're probably looking at more of a year and a half to get off of what I'm on. I was like, wow. Yeah.
And what are you on?
420 milligrams a day. So that's how he said to look at it. Like, don't look at, and what they would do is they would take like 40 milligrams a day away. And either they do that with every month. And he said, you do that for 1 month, maybe even 2. So that, and you just keep kind of taking away and taking away and taking away. Because right now I'm on 380 milligrams of Oxycontin extended release a day, and then 630 milligrams of oxycodone, which is fast release, and that comes to 420 a day. So I'm pretty high up there. So to titrate off that would take about 1.5 years.
And what's the other option?
To go to a facility, a 30-day
facility.
Like,
and
I would have to have like medical intervention, like probably Suboxone, I think he said, and do like do it that way too.
Yeah.
So I guess it comes down to how quick do you want off them. But we also agreed I'm not there yet to even to start coming off of them. You know, my pain's still there. And he goes, especially this time of year too. It was interesting. He's like, if you're gonna come off of an opioid, you want to do it during the nicer periods of the year, because 1, just mentally, but 2, physically, when it's raining and when the bariatric pressure, that all affects your bones and things like that. And he said it's a lot easier for pain management to do it during the summer. I thought that was interesting.
Your summer out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, as opposed to like the winter months.
Yeah.
Because even now, like it's raining today, if you can believe it.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's been kind of cloudy and rainy. And so my joints hurt worse out here than they ever have. I don't know what it is about the air pressure out here, but when it changes, it changes.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. But yeah, we're just learning to live in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, honestly, I want to get this hike on the way. I think that would be so cool. And it would just give us something to really look forward to.
Yeah.
So after talking to you, I feel better. I'm going to start looking more towards the hike side than the game side.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Straighten him out on all that nonsense he's thinking.
I don't understand. Like 2 years from now, like, you understand how, like, he's gonna be like 80.
He can't go on a hike. You're too old.
Look at him. He's old.
You can't send him out into the middle of the desert on his own. He's too old.
But Scott, the other thing, I think, like, Linda's not gonna come. I think he kind of read about it.
I didn't get that impression either.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna bring the kids. I just I want to
enjoy
it and not worry about them.
And Bobby would go?
Bobby would come. So it would be like, I think it would be like so fun. Like me, you, Bobby, and Dad and Chris. Chris says he would come too. So
that'd be awesome.
I'll tell you that story, Maddie. I've been watching what your cat has been doing to your computer, and it's not pretty. I'm sorry. Can I tell Scuba Oh yeah, Maddie got a tree frog for Christmas.
Oh.
It's a dart frog.
Who brought you that?
Frog. Here, you want to talk?
It's a poisonous frog, but due to what it's eating right now, it's not poisonous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Frogs are only poisonous because of what they eat. In the when they say like they're poisonous, it's because of what they eat. So in captivity, they're not poisonous.
Yeah.
Okay. So either way, Maddie, you know not to lick the toad, right?
Why would I do that?
Give me my phone back.
Because it gets you high.
Gets you high. Max told me the other day he was on cocaine.
He tells us every day he is.
What did he mean?
He said
he was acting like crazy, and I go, "What is your problem right now?" And he goes, "I'm on cocaine." I was like, "Okay, well, that's good. That's good."
Excellent.
Because first time, that's how you got to admit you have a problem.
You got a long life in front of you. You're starting that early.
What's the point of taking off one sock?
All right, so I'm gonna get equipment so I can be seen better, and we're gonna work on this hike.
Yeah,
and we're gonna follow you in your vegan journey.
Mm-hmm.
My hang gliding, and we got a lot going on. This is exciting.
Got a lot. So I don't forget. Yeah, what I wrote down was that my 2 New Year's resolutions were to produce more content, and consume less content. So
that's perfect.
Produce our own stuff and try to stop scrolling and looking at everybody else's stuff.
Very cool. Yeah.
And then my number 2 was to talk to family and FaceTime more. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I thought that too. Actually, when I missed your phone call on Christmas, I was like, I need to talk to my family more.
Yeah.
It's hard with the time zone difference.
I was gonna say if for anybody that is wondering where we've been and all that, like, you and me and Dad and Chris have had a group text going on, like basically an all-day conversation every single day. So we really
talk all day every day.
Yeah, and that as a family, that's kind of where we've been and how we're communicating with each other, kind of offline.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. I mean, obviously, it's instant. There's no.
You have a thought and you send it out there, and then it's nice. Yeah. It's easy. Yeah. But I definitely would like to see your faces more.
Definitely set a goal. We'll set some goals. We'll do some updates. Obviously, it sounds like if we're doing a 10-mile hike, we got to get in shape. So
we gotta start training for sure.
Start training. Gotta start working on all that. So good.
Yeah, all good stuff. I love New Year's. I don't know. I love New Year's and I love Trash Day. It's like the two. I feel like on Trash Day, like you're starting over. You're throwing out all your shit that has been in your house all week, and you get, I don't know, there's just something. It just has a New Year's feel every week.
Yeah. Oh man, well that's a good note to end on. And then I'll have to tell you about my side hustle involving trash next time.
Oh my gosh! Well, I have a side hustle I'm starting too with the shit. So we got things. We got
a lot to talk about to catch up on the next episode.
We do. I can't wait.
Excellent. Magpie, I love you.
I love you.
Happy New Year. We'll talk soon.
Happy New Year. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I got New Year's in December.
I know, yeah. Well, we're 3 days away, so not quite there, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Gosh, I got the game coming up too. I'm going to.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted. All right, Scuba, I love you.
I love you too, Megs. See you later.
Sign off.